Alright, day 2. I think what we learned from yesterday is that we're going to start with... I'm gonna start warm up with this. And then we go into 170 today. It's about how I feel when I start. Okay. Oh, that's one way to warm up. Do I start with... I guess we try to warm up with 5 people, 155. Oh, that's a big no. Alright, guess we start with 150 then. That's actually a no too. Maybe we'll require 2 days. My hand is like going from two different positions. Weird. One's more comfortable than the other at the moment. Trying to figure it out. I'm doing. Well, we're gonna have to start with that next time. We see how loose we are and start with it. Maybe we loosen up even more. Few things. What's up? What's on your mind, Foxy? Okay, give me a sec. Oh man. Day 2 is pretty rough. Oh, nice. 1 million, huh? A 1 oh 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 oh. I don't know how many times I said that. Maybe 6. Welcome to the $1 million club. A million points club. Rich in channel points. Don't spend it in all one place. So Gravity Falls was nice, huh? Got that closure. What is your what are you gonna watch next? I don't know. I'm not selling anything. Oops. Yep. Nothing to sell here, Foxy. Nothing to sell. Alright, so we rest a little, right? And give this a go. Holy. Oh man. Man, once I drop it, it's hard to recover. Oh man, this is gonna be a plateau here. Okay, here's the doubles are coming up soon. Oh, we got through that too. Have a great dinner, Foxy. Oh my freak. Dang it. Oh my gosh, that burns so much. Holy. Alright, well, that's progress. Yeah, I probably can only do that like once right now. It's gonna be really hard to start up again. The stiffness buildup was so intense. The next jump isn't as bad, I don't think. Our comfort zone is around 190, but not for long. What's AR 90? I mean, on 190 the AR is still 9.7, so I don't have to shift that much. If I can last this long, if I can last 5 minutes and 19 seconds at 180, I think I'm good to go. These are shorter times too. But we met our goal today. 170. Actually, I did quite a bit better than I expected. I was expecting reasonably I would be able to play half of it. Beginner gains, man. Beginner gains. Alright. This is a bit tougher at the moment. Going from the fatigue from here to here is rough. Hardest I've ever pushed myself, I guess. Kind of fun. Could have been a little bit better, but my hand keeps twitching. It keeps twitching in the middle, here and there. And causes like weird spacing. So let's see, my sustain is definitely like 10 BPM lower. At least 10 BPM lower from stop and go. But it could be because I'm doing this after this. We might have to reverse the order. Like a weekend or something, we'll start with peak speed here and then go into this one. I feel it works this way a lot better. Alright, let's see if we can try one more time. It really hurt. Also very hard to start. something early. Like late, early, late, early. Oh my goodness. Oh, suddenly my hand just tensed up so hard. I was getting into the groove and then all of a sudden it just like twitched once. And then I lost my flexibility. My dexterity disappeared. It kind of locked up a little. Alright, so I think we might have to bench this until we can get maybe this and this down? This and this down? And then we can try to bridge this. We're pretty close. We might be able to do it tomorrow. Alright, we're stepping down. I can't do more than 2. That's making everything else super difficult to do. Alright. Kind of fun. It's like running. I double tapped a couple of times, so it's fatigue. I lift and I couldn't lift high enough, so my finger hit both the buttons 3 times in that one. But it's not too bad getting higher than yesterday with fatigue from these two. It'll probably be until I get to this, where I can probably do 97 to 98% while fatigued on these. These will be our resting reps in the future. The resting reps on this is probably this one right now. Not resting right now. I'm gonna keep trying to do this. We really should try to get up to here. Nope. That is a lot of fatigue. Holy moly. We need to lock it in though. Because with that, we can probably do this. Let's try it one time again. That's not bad for first run. Alright. I can see where I can see a few places. It's almost been an hour, so we're pretty close at the end. Not quite at the limit, but push a little harder. Let's play that one more time. Thought I was doing a little better this time, but I guess not. Some things worked, some things didn't. Different things work, different things didn't. Hey Josh. What's on your mind today? And I kind of thought I did more things work that time than the last time. Alright. We're getting pretty close. Not a complete failure though. We need to hit harder. Whoops. Oh, how was it? How was it? Gosh, I'm doing pretty alright today. Thanks for asking. Just doing your Osu training. This is me taking Osu a little bit more seriously to get over a plateau, I suppose. I don't know if this is exhausting for you to watch. Make offers. Maybe tomorrow we'll hit 174. I don't expect progress to be this quick later on, so... Whoops. The beginner gains is pretty real right now. It's only day 2. My hands are going to complete failure now. Pretty close to complete failure. So we're trying to keep it within an hour, but we're not getting quite there within an hour. Not quite there within an hour. But we're ahead of schedule. Today, I didn't think I was going to complete 170. So we did it twice, actually. So we're a little bit ahead. Tomorrow, I think it'll be all 170 sets, and hopefully we use 160 for resting, and we can improve this over time. We're trying to get here following these sets, and then this will be enough to comfortably not worry about tapping here while I still look at how to aim this properly. It's not a... Visually, it really does. The elegance of a game, right? The elegance of a game is that, this is a game that is just mechanical, right? And the mechanical movement that's involved is not something you typically do. There's no like translational motor skills or there isn't many things that translate to the motor skills that you required for this game. So in the beginning, the mind-body connection is like non-existent, but then you just fall into it, right? Once you get the mind-body connection. But yeah, that seems about right. The right hand does a lot of it. I mean, the dominant hand tends to be a lot more dexterous when it comes to mind-body connection, be it right or left hand. I don't know if your brother is right or left hand dominant, but and then the tapping part is absolutely foreign. Oh, okay. Yeah, the tapping part is pretty foreign. And even if, say, someone plays a musical instrument or something, usually the most dexterous hand is typically, generally, your dominant hand. Even for rhythm. Rhythm is still your dominant hand. Like if you went from not using both hands, and if you gave someone a rhythm game, they would still use their dominant hand for the rhythm, not their other hands. So what's really interesting about that is I'm genuinely always curious. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why that's the... How did that work out? Why did he choose to favor his use his... Which one is more dexterous, his right or his left? One thing to say, it's not, this doesn't apply to your little brother, but a long time ago, like maybe before I was born, there was a standard that forced people to use their right hand instead of their left hand, because all the standards standardized to the right hand. It's not to say that dominance may play a role in someone's glass ceiling and their dexterity, but it's still very a choice to some extent. So it's interesting that your little brother decided to use the pen hand, which pen, if there's anything that requires dexterity, it's writing in general. Like, there are very few things we do normally that requires as much dexterity as writing. And it's interesting that, I mean, most of the other things are gross movements, but it's interesting that he decided to use his presumably less dexterous hand for everything else. There was a time when I used to eat with my other hand, as opposed to my dominant hand, the hand that I rely most of my dexterity. I used to like use my left hand to eat, which is... It became less awkward when I started switching, but... one thing that people may get their handedness switched is whenever you're swinging something. There's a lot of times when people throw objects or swing objects, they would use their southpaw stance, so the one opposite of their dominant hand, and not even notice. And often it deals with the biomechanics of like the shoulders, like which way they lean. Because I've seen many people who, when you go into instruction, like, for example, oh yeah, you're left dominant, where someone tells me, right, in like disc golf or something, hey, you use your left hand dominant. Okay, so you're gonna stand this way, but in my head, I'm just asking them, like, can you show me what you feel natural? And they would be on their opposite foot. So one of the early like growing pains would be to be able to swap the momentum. Because a lot of times when people swing, their opposing foot, their same side foot is forward, but when you're swinging, you need the stabilization of your opposite foot, so your non-dominant foot. So occasionally when people get their handedness mixed up, their weight is also not in the correct orientation to like cause the pivot around swing. So that happens a lot. So I'm not saying you should favor one side or not, like it's up to you. Just it gets a little confusing when you start doing things like swinging a bat, throwing a disc. There's a like a, I don't want to say it's a proper mechanic, but generally physics doesn't change. So if you're putting your left foot forward and you're using your left hand to throw something or swing something, your whole weight is going to be on a different side of your body, so you can't perform swings. You have to learn how to use your other foot to stabilize, and occasionally that creates confusion, which is pretty funny. I've been trying to learn how to use... Are you right-handed? It can be really big growing pains. I'm just making sure, like, you know, just sharing. It's cool to be somewhat ambidextrous and whatnot and swapping back and forth. However, sometimes it doesn't change physics. So when someone wants to be right foot dominant, I like want to be left foot dominant but right-handed. Whew, that creates some problems. Imagine trying to pivot around your left foot while throwing with your right hand. You're gonna be turning this way, but your left foot, your right arm is gonna attempt to turn clockwise, and then your left foot is trying to turn counterclockwise. What's going to happen is you're probably going to throw your hip out. Yeah, in that case, kid, when Josh, when you like play certain things, you just got to make sure that, you know, you're using your opposite foot with your active hand, and then you're like pivoting on your same foot with your dominant hand a lot of times, because when you're swinging you want to pivot on the same foot, but occasionally when you're opposite dominant, you favor your other foot to pivot, but your other foot pivots the other direction. It goes counterclockwise instead of clockwise, and then you throw your hip out. I imagine you don't play, I'm not sure if you play a lot of sports, but it's a really, it's like a beginner thing. Like when you start a sport, it can take a longer time to readjust. Oh, okay. Golfing is a little bit more lax. Golfing is a little bit more lax. The only thing you're changing is the fulcrum. Which of your hand is the fulcrum, the pivot point. And sometimes people have it reverse, where they use their non-dominant hand as the swing guider, you know, like the one further down. I don't know how to describe it because I'm not a golfer, I don't know the terms. But you know how the grip, your dominant hand is closer, it's further down the levy arm of a club, or because it is more dexterous in controlling the swing motion, and your less dominant hand is the one that's keeping the fulcrum steady, right? But occasionally, if you're not familiar with it, if you're not familiar with your hand, they swap it, and then the non-dominant hand is guiding, which makes it like go in and out. It's not as strong at creating the same thing. That's the only thing that I could see. And then which side you stand on. So like, you know, you could be on the left or the right of the ball, and you have to facing your hole, and depending on which shoulder you favor, it could make one side or another side more comfortable. That's about all I learned in golf. I don't play golf like casually, but we had to golf in high school. I don't know if you do that. You did that, but in our high school there was a golf unit. And the stuff I learned about golf was in high school. We just got like, we were given like drivers, and then we hit wiffle balls. I think that's what they're called. Those little like really plastic things that you don't hit too far. Oh, okay. It was our physical education requirement. We had a unit on golf. It was for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. The high school was a very privileged high school, so like, I mean, my family certainly couldn't afford to be in a country club, but the other kids were, you know, all their parents were in country clubs and stuff. I mean, the current place I reside in is like 5 minutes away from a country club. But we're not, that's too rich for our blood, that type of stuff. Disc golf is my jam, because disc golf, you go to your neighboring park. Most of the parts in the northeast area-ish, around this area, there's a park with a disc golf course there. You go grab a bag, get your disc, walk over there, mark your own scores, go ahead. And then make sure to clean up after yourself, you know, we have to maintain. Disc golf courses are the blue-collar version of ball golf. Alright, I'm pretty well rested. Let's try this one more time. Oh, okay. North Carolina, right? North Carolina is a big state. It doesn't go that far south, but the Carolinas are the closest biggest state to the central disc golf hub in the East Coast. Virginia and Maryland, I would say, is one of the biggest on the East Coast, mainly Virginia, and then it's like the flanking states, and then you have California all the way on the West Coast. California is pretty much the default for the Northeast counterpart. You should pick up a disc every once in a while. It's kind of fun. Or like, it's fun in a sense that it's very relaxing. It's soothing. Losing your disc may be a bummer, but haven't yet, so play it safe. You can go to a disc golf. So disc golfs can be in the woods. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, like you could even go to a park course. You know, a park course would be closer to your ball golf, where it's in a nice park, well groomed, everything's managed. If you live in a nice place, you know, high taxpayers and stuff, usually the park, the nicest park you can find has a disc golf course, which it's just fun times. No cost other than, you know, buying discs to throw them, and maybe like a snack or something. Yeah, but that's the best place to place a disc golf course, Josh. Disc golf courses are often placed in a place remote, away from buildings and people. There, you usually drive and go to the disc golf course. Yeah, the biggest the course that is usually gone to here, no one lives in the area, or there's some people that live in the area, but in a 10 to 15 mile radius, it's in the hills, like the hills of the Appalachian Mountains. So it's just right up there and go. And a lot of disc golf courses are in like valleys and stuff where most people wouldn't. It's a little far removed. The downside is occasionally when you go disc golfing, generally speaking, reception is terrible. So don't get lost. If you have a chance of getting lost, you know, go disc golfing with another person, because cellular reception is usually non-existent in most disc golf courses. But hiking is great. Alright, we're gonna try to see how rested we are. I would totally disc golf if we hang out, you know? Hold. Alright. I'm pretty well rested for last. Nope. Yeah, I was definitely at my peak. Okay. One last time. Oh. We're peaked. We're peaked. It's fine. That concludes today's that concludes today's practice. So where are we starting tomorrow? Let's take a look at where we're starting tomorrow. We're probably gonna start with this to warm up tomorrow. See how that goes. We probably have to drop down. So 170, 160 warm up. I ended up doing 120 today, but we'll try 140 and then drop down to 120 for warm up. And then we'll try to step up and try to get one rep or one set of this. Yeah, and then we'll drop back down and try to complete 3 sets of this. And then fill in between this. Our goal for this is probably to stabilize here and possibly step up to this. And then maybe play this once or twice back to back. See if there's any improvement. Alright. That concludes day 2.